Come in, have a seat. I've been sitting here for probably 40 minutes, just sitting. This tea got cold a long time ago. I made it when I was closing the cafe, and then I forgot to drink it. You know, normally I would have poured it out and made a new one long ago. But today I'm just sitting with cold tea, and I even like it. It's a strange thing how we fear these moments. Moments when we are not doing anything, not planning, not deciding, not producing, just existing in space and time. Today, one of our regulars came in, and elegant woman, always with her phone in her hand. While I was making her cappuccino, she apologized. Sorry to bother you. Sorry to distract you. She was apologizing for buying coffee in a cafe. For me doing my job. We've become so used to justifying every second of our existence that even buying a coffee requires an apology. We feel guilty for the minutes in line, for the time on public transport without a useful book, for evenings spent just doing nothing. When was the last time you let yourself just sit? Not resting productively with self-help, not meditating with an app, just sitting and being without a goal, without a plan, without expecting any benefit. Today, I want to talk to you about a right that we've taken away from ourselves. The right to do nothing, and why this right is vitally important for our souls. You know what amazes me about the modern world? We've created a cult, a true cult of productivity. It has its sacred text, time management books, its rituals, morning routines for success, and it seems any minute spent in vain. The other day, I ran into an acquaintance at the store. She was buying a daily planner, her thought this year. It turned out she was looking for a planning system that would help her rest more effectively. She wanted to create a schedule for her free time. We've forgotten how to just be. We have an artist at the cafe, an elderly man. Every Sunday he comes, orders a coffee, and sits for an hour, sometimes two, just looks out the window and the young people at the tables next to him look at him with bewilderment, as if he is doing something indecent. We've reached a point where we create apps to remind ourselves to breathe. We buy courses on mindful nothingness. We are literally systematizing spontaneity. We live in a world where every action must have a meaning, a goal, a result, where silence is perceived as a void that must be urgently filled. But you know what I've noticed over my years working at the cafe? The most important decisions are not born in moments of activity. They come in the pauses, in the silence between words, in the minutes spent contemplating the steam over a cup of coffee. I recently saw an acquaintance after her vacation in Italy. I'm exhausting, she says, but at least I saw everything I planned to see. She was afraid of wasting time and had created an itinerary for every hour. We are afraid of emptiness. We are afraid of silence. We are afraid to be left alone with ourselves, because in that silence you can hear what we drown out with business, our truth, desires, fears, dreams. You know, there is a huge difference between laziness and the right to oppose. Laziness is avoidance of any activity and unwillingness to move and act. But a pause is a conscious choice to stop in order to hear yourself. Children still know how to just be, to lie on the grass and look at the clouds for hours. In those clouds, they see entire worlds, stories. But adults already start telling them, stop being idle, do something useful. We teach them to fear empty moments from a very young age. And gradually they forget how to look at the clouds. They forget that the sky is constantly changing and never repeats itself. Instead, they learn to look at the clock. A few months ago, we had a man in a suit, very businesslike. He ordered a coffee, took out his laptop, and started working. And suddenly, he just closed his laptop and started looking out the window. For half an hour. And when he was leaving, he said, "You know, I just remembered what trees look like." Inaction is not the absence of activity. It is a special kind of activity, an activity of the soul, which is not measured by results. Archimedes discovered his principle in the bath. Newton, while sitting under an apple tree. Mendeleev saw the periodic table in a dream. What do they have in common? None of them were working productively at that moment. But boredom is not emptiness. Boredom is a space of possibilities, a moment when the brain says, I'm ready for something new. Children understand this intuitively. I'm bored, they say, and a minute later, they've invented a new game. This cup is empty now. By the logic of consumption, it's useless, but it has form, beauty, a history. At the bottom, patterns from the tea that will never be repeated. It's the same with our empty moments. They have a value that we don't notice. The right to inaction doesn't have to be earned. It's not a revolt from productivity. It's a basic need of the human psyche, like the need for food or sleep. And now I want to offer you something to give yourself permission, an official one, if you like. Permission for something the modern world has declared almost a crime. Tell yourself, I have the right to do nothing. To just sit and exist without a goal, without a plan, without expecting any benefit. Your existence does not need to be justified by productivity. Give yourself permission to waste time, an hour, a day, an entire weekend. The right to lie in bed, not because you're sick, but just because you want to. The right to sit at the cafe with one cup of coffee for 3 hours straight. You don't have to turn every moment into a lesson. You don't have to read only useful books, watch only developmental films. Sometimes you can just enjoy a silly series or watch nothing at all. Give yourself permission to be bored. Yes, to be bored. You don't need to immediately grab your phone when it gets quiet in your head. You can let that silence be. Your value as a person is not measured by the number of tasks you complete, not by the number of books you've read or money you've earned. You are valuable simply because you exist. And most importantly, you don't have to explain your inaction. You don't need to say, I'm resting to be more productive tomorrow. You can just tell yourself, I'm resting because I need it. So, today, give yourself this permission for inaction, for time spent in vain, for existence without productivity. And no one can take this permission away from you. You can write it on a piece of paper. I give myself permission to do nothing, and carry it in your pocket. Or just remember it. The main thing is to believe that you have it and use it without feeling guilty. I know what you are thinking now. This all sounds great in theory, but how do I start in practice? Especially when the world around you demands constant motion. Start small. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't immediately grab your phone. Lie there for 5 minutes. Just listen to your body and your thoughts waking up. Or try this when you drink coffee. Don't do anything else at the same time. Just drink. Feel the taste, the temperature, the aroma. This is also an action. Sacred inaction. And when the feeling of guilt comes, and it will definitely come, just tell yourself, this is normal. I have a right to this. Don't fight the guilt. Just acknowledge it and continue to be inactive. You're not wasting your life when you allow yourself to just be. You're living it. There is a difference between existing and living. Existing is when you're always doing something. Living is when you allow yourself to feel something. This cup, I could have put it away, washed it, and put it in its place. But it became part of our conversation, part of this moment, and that is value right now. There, we just spent a few seconds in complete silence. No one died. The world didn't collapse. Or maybe it's in moments like this that time finds its true meaning. Thank you for spending this time with me. Time without an agenda, without measurable results. We didn't do anything productive, and that's wonderful. And now, allow yourself what you love yourself today. This isn't an assignment, not a goal to be achieved. It's just a possibility, one that is always with you. See you soon. And in the meantime, just be. It's the most valuable thing you can do for yourself.